Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, the home of everything Barca, where we are going to be discussing on some fresh updates. We are going to start with Memphis Depay, as it has been reported that the Barcelona centre forward is on the radar of several Italian teams. We are going to be discussing much on that as we progress. Secondly, talking about Dani Alves, it has been reported that Barcelona are unsure of the veteran defender's renewal, and they are saying that the final decision is in Xavi's hands. We are going to be discussing much on that as we move ahead. Then lastly, we are going to be talking about out of favor defender Memphis Lenglet, as it has been reported that Barcelona are unsure over the future of the defender. Of course, they are approaching Lenglet's crossroads amid defensive targets. This is according to reports from Mundo Deportivo. We are going to be discussing much on that as well. So guys, as we get right into those stories in much detail, please endeavor to subscribe if you haven't. If you are a Barca lover, give the video a like and also make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Barca! 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 With Barcelona upping the ante in their search for a new striker, it could spell an end to the stains of several other forwards already on the club's books. Martin Braithwaite for one looks all set to depart, having fallen out of favour, whereas Luke de Jong is also likely to return to Sevilla after his loan spell comes to an end. Along with the duo, Sport reports that Barcelona could also decide to cash in on Memphis Depay just a year after signing him, with the forward courting interest from several clubs in Italy. The Netherlands international arrived on a Bosman move after his contract with Olympique Lyon ran out. He made a fine start to life in Catalonia, scoring some important goals in the early part of the campaign before seeing his form dwindle. Following Xavi's appointment, Depay's game time also took a hit before he picked up an injury in early December. The former Manchester United forward returned to action in recent weeks and made a positive impact, coming on from the bench on a couple of occasions. However, with Barcelona set to add another centre forward in the summer and also a winger, Memphis Depay's prospect looked bleak. While Ansu Fati will also return from injury, things will get difficult for Memphis Depay to get regular playing time. Barca value Memphis's commitment and professionalism and are ready to sanction an exit in the summer if the player decides to move on. Depay, for his part, would consider a move away but expects Barca not to demand exorbitant fees, as he had made efforts to sacrifice his wages to join the club when he could have gotten lucrative contracts elsewhere. Given his quality, there seems to be no shortage of suitors for him, with clubs in Italy in particular showing a lot of interest. There have been reports of a move from Tottenham Hotspur as well. So as things stand, there is a good chance that Depay will leave Barcelona in the summer, with the Serie A emerging as a likely destination for the Netherlands superstar. I think it would look somehow unfair if Barca sanctioned a move for Memphis this season just after 1 year joining the club. But honestly speaking, we talk about competition in attack, especially if Barca succeed in getting players like Rafinha, bringing in a new striker, maybe Lewandowski or Salah. The competition will be tough, no doubt, because even up to now, Memphis hardly gets game time, right? We know Aubameyang is the preferred option for manager Xavi Hernandez. But honestly speaking, guys, it will be rather unfortunate for Memphis Depay, if he's to be sold this summer, because he plays with love for the club. We quite remember he left Olympique Lyon when his contract expired. He had better offers elsewhere. Memphis had to sacrifice, take a pay cut to join the club. And of course, unfortunately for him, his injury came, Aubameyang came, and now for him to force himself to be a starting striker, it will be very difficult. So I don't think we can blame Memphis Depay. He has been good. We saw how he came back from injury. He banked 2 goals. I really appreciate his professionalism. His commitment to this club is second to none. And I think if he stays, it will be so good, for our squad depth in attack. He's a very good player. We just left injury, but despite that, I think Memphis staying at Barcelona would be a good idea. But from the look of things, if Barca have no issue of selling him because they are focusing on some 2 other forwards, a winger and a striker, but very much I believe that if this guy stays put, for next season, it will still be a great idea. He's a good player. He'll bring more competition to that attack. He'll be still a reliable player because we're talking about players like, Martin Bradway. Those players can leave, no doubt. They don't have no place in this team. Luke De Jong, of course, on loan. He will return to Sevilla. There's some dead weights that we need to remove from the squad. But for Memphis's own case, I think, if Barca can, try to reverse the decision to keep him, it will be good. Then on to the next story of discussion. Dani Alves' return to Barcelona has been nothing short of a fairy tale. At 38 years of age, the Brazilian took up the challenge of returning to the club he loves and has not disappointed. In 5 La Liga starts for Barca so far, he has scored 1 goal and provided 2 assists. He averages a whopping 2.2 key passes per game and has created 2 big chances. While Alves has been extremely solid in the final third, his defensive contributions have been questionable. With his legs urging, the Brazilian has lost speed and is often caught on the counter. Thus, it was not particularly surprising that Xavi decided to start Ronald Araujo over Alves for the game against Real Madrid. According to reports from Mundo Deportivo, the continuity of Dani Alves is still undecided. The final decision lies with manager Xavi Hernandez. Barcelona signed the right back in November on a 6-month contract with an option to unilaterally extend for another year. But they could not field him in an official game until January as he wasn't registered with the league. Barcelona are eyeing the signature of Cesar Azpilicueta and Nusser Mazraoui heading into the summer transfer window. If one of the 2 free agents arrive, one would expect Dani Alves to leave the club. However, the manager could also opt to keep the Brazilian just for his experience and presence in the dressing room. Having a player of Alves' stature, would undoubtedly help the development of young talents. So after numerous reports claiming in the past that Dani Alves is very sure to continue at Barca for another season, Mundo Deportivo have tried to contradict those reports. Of course, nothing has been decided of yet. Xavi has the final say. I'll go for Xavi deciding to keep him. Of course, his experience as a report I've just claimed, and also his presence in that dressing room. This guy can bring fun. This guy knows how to bring unity in the dressing room. I think he's an exciting player, to be with. And if Barca can keep him, trying to mold those young talents with his experience, he knows the club inside out. And I think it would be a great idea if his contract is extended. But to be honest, next season, I don't think Dani Alves will be playing as frequently as he's playing this season, especially if Barca succeed in getting Mazraoui or Azpilicueta. Of course, we also have Sergio Dest who will be playing at right back. So it will be difficult, let's be honest, to see Dani Alves continue to play a lot of matches like how he's playing this season. But just his presence, his experience, of course, will be so important to the dressing room. Then on to the final story of discussion, Barcelona are unsure over the future of defender Clement Lenglet. The Frenchman has fallen down the Barca pecking order over the last year or so and is now seeing reduced minutes. Lenglet has made just 13 La Liga appearances so far this season, starting only 4, and that's despite missing only 3 league games during injuries this season, with Eric Garcia and Ronald Araujo preferred. Lenglet is still under contract until 2026, but his position looks weakened, and at 26 years of age, he may want more regular game time. That's an even bigger problem, should Barca sign Andres Christensen on a free transfer from Chelsea this summer, or indeed Cesar Azpilicueta, who can also play centrally. According to Mundo Deportivo, Barca still sees some sort of a role for Lenglet going forward, but unless he significantly improves his form, it's not going to be a starting role, and then it becomes about what Lenglet wants for his career going forward. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video, and also hope you did subscribe. If you haven't, please make sure to do so you always stay in touch with the latest in FC Barcelona here on Viva Barca. Until next time, bye bye.